How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve. Welcome back. So this weekend, I actually saw the new Mission Impossible movie twice. I actually saw it on Friday and again on Monday. And I actually liked it quite a bit more the second time. But today, I was going to do like a ranking of all 8 films in the franchise. And as far as this new movie, it's actually not ranked extremely high right now, but it's possible it actually could grow on me a little bit more. I thought the movie was a bit too long, but I'm going to get into that here before too long. But please leave in the comments. Let me know your how you rank these, because I've noticed and looking it up online, I've noticed that they're ranked all different ways. I know that one film it actually gets ranked number one in a lot of the rankings I've seen. But I thought I thought basically as far as in this franchise, I would say these are like B plus to A plus to me. I think they're all pretty solid. Okay, so number 8. This first one here was actually, I think a lot of people have this one last in their ranking, but it's from 2000, and it's Mission Impossible Part 2. So I've got the box set here. It's actually the second one here. I thought this one is kind of interesting. It's directed by John Woo. It's very different from the other movies in the franchise. It's basically they're trying just to be an action movie. I think the story is kind of forgettable. I think one big problem with this movie is the villain in the movie is Doug Ray Scott. He's actually Scottish in real life, and I think at the time his accent was kind of bad at the time. It was really kind of hard to hear him. I think maybe they probably needed to do have voiceover possibly, but I thought it was really difficult to listen to him. But I think later on he actually did the TV show Batwoman, and some reason his accent was much better on that show. I don't know if they did any kind of voiceover on that or not, but this one it's kind of interesting. It's been a while since I've seen it. I think this weekend I actually did like a ranking. I did like a review of episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6, and of course I saw the new movie twice. But this one has Tandy Newton. I think one interesting thing about this movie is actually this is the only one in the franchise I actually have the soundtrack to. It's actually MI2, mainly because it has the song from Metallica, I Disappear. Okay, so number 7, please don't take this personally as far as how I have these ranked, because this one is actually the newest film from 2025, The Final Reckoning. And actually, I don't have this one on physical media yet because it just got released this weekend. But like I said, I like this movie a lot. It's just I thought maybe it's like 2 hours and 50 minutes, and that's including the closing credits. And they have so many characters in this movie, and I think the storyline to these last 2 movies are really complicated, maybe a little bit more complicated than they should be. I think basically because the other films are so solid, I think they felt like they had to top the last movie whenever they do these, and I think this one it goes a little bit too far. I think a lot of ways, but like I said, I love the cast in this movie. Love the action. It's just like if the movie had been maybe closer to like 2 hours and 30 minutes, maybe I may have enjoyed it a little bit more. But like I said, I enjoyed this movie quite a bit more the second time. So there's so much exposition in this movie that the second time I saw it, I caught so many things I missed the first time. All right, so number 6, this one's from 2023, and it's Dead Reckoning Part 1. So it's interesting. This one's Part 1, but the newest movie is called The Final Reckoning instead of being Dead Reckoning Part 2. It's I think I don't know if they necessarily when they did this movie they thought that the next one would actually be the last one in the franchise. And it's hard to say if it's going to be the last one. I know Tom Cruise is like in his early 60s, so he can't do like action like he does now forever. He puts his life at risk basically to entertain people. So I think it's really tough to do that. So it's like the James Bond franchise. I think it really took its toll on Daniel Craig in that franchise. It's like the action has to be so intense, and they have to try to top the last one. But I like this one a lot. I actually saw this one like 3 times in the theater. Obviously, I have the 4K here, and I'm going to get the newest movie on 4K as well. This one's directed by Christopher McQuarrie. He actually did this movie. He actually did like 4 movies in the franchise, like the last 4. The most recent one and this one and the 2 before that. So I think he's done a good job in these movies. But this one has S.A. Morales. He plays the main villain, Gabriel. Very interesting. The villain is like the AI, and it's also this guy too. He's like the face of the villain, basically. Even though he's trying to, he has a plan. You find out in the new movie what the plan is. But I like Palm. She plays Mantis in the Guardians of the Galaxy film. She's like from Quebec, Canada, so she speaks like French in these last 2 movies. I think she's a good villain in this movie, and you'll see what happens in the most recent one here. But also Haley Atwell, I thought she's really great. Agent Carter from the Avengers movies and Captain America. Okay, so at number five, this one's I had to put this one on top five because I love this director. It was from 1996. I've got the original Mission Impossible. It was directed by Brian De Palma. That's why I had to rank it so high. I know a lot of people when I've looked at a lot of these rankings, like this one gets like it's like number seven in a lot of the rankings. It's like there would be no franchise as far as a film franchise. There'd be no franchise without this movie. This first one here, I thought Tom Cruise was great. 1996. I thought it's so great. Obviously, as a John Voight plays a kind of a character that a lot of people loved on the TV series. You'll see what happens if you ever seen it before. But Jean Reno, he's like a French actor that you've seen in a lot of like a professional. And as Ving Rhames, obviously, like I said, Ving Rhames has actually been in all 8 films. It's great. Like I think the second one it was just a cameo, but it's great that he's been in like every film. It kind of leaves besides Tom Cruise, it leaves like a continuity between all films. Okay, so number 4, this one may kind of upset some people because I've noticed like in some of the rankings, this one tends to be like number 1 for a lot of people. Obviously, I have it number 4, so I have it ranked pretty high, but it's from 2011, directed by Brad Bird, and it's Ghost Protocol. So this one kind of in the corner here. I like this movie a lot. There's some issues. One issue I think of like the villain. I think he's a really great villain, but he's really underused in this movie. It's actually played by a Swedish actor named Michael Nyqvist. Looks like, but it's very strange. The character's supposed to have like a 190 IQ. You see him like periodically in the movie, and then the way the character kind of ends in the movie is very strange. But I really like some of the new cast members in this movie. It has like Jeremy Renner. Obviously, he's really great. He's in this one. I think he's like in the next one and 2. But it also has some other pretty good actors in here. It's Paula Patton. She's in this movie, and then you never see her again in the franchise. It's very strange. And then you have Simon Pegg. He's like the sort of like the glue that holds the whole franchise together because he's been in like the last 5 films. He's really great. So like I said, if you have this one number 1 in your ranking, I totally get it. But for me, I had like 3 other films that I liked a little bit more. Okay, so number 3, this one's kind of interesting that I have it at number 3. But it's 2006, directed by J.J. Abrams, and it's Mission Impossible 3. So it's this one over here. I like this movie a lot because interesting because I'm not really a huge fan of J.J. Abrams necessarily. I don't think he's a bad director. I'm just not a huge fan of him necessarily. But I thought he did a great job in this movie. He actually did like the production. Bad Robot did like the production on like the last maybe like the next like 2 or 3 in the franchise. But this is the only one he actually did, directed. But this one I like a lot mainly because of Philip Seymour Hoffman plays a great villain in the movie. Lawrence Fishburne's in the movie. You never see him again in the franchise either. Billy Crudup, he's in this movie as well. It has Jonathan Rhys Meyers, really great. Maggie Q's in the movie. It has a Michelle Monaghan. So I think the cast is really great in this movie. I love what Abrams did, kind of showing like sort of like almost like the ending of the movie, like early in the movie. Even though I think when they show it again, it's showed twice in the movie. When they show it like the second time, and there's still like maybe like 40 minutes left in the movie, so it's not like right at the end. But I think it's really suspenseful what happens there. Okay, so number 2, this one's actually from the same director from the last 4 films from 2015, and I'm talking about Rogue Nation. This one I like a lot. I really like the villain in this movie. It's Sean Harris. He plays Solomon Lane. Really great as Rebecca Ferguson. She's in this movie, and she's in like 2 more movies after this one. She's really great. I really like Alec Baldwin's in this movie and the one after it, so I really like it. I really like the storytelling. I think the exposition's really great. It's really like high stakes, but it's kind of different from not really as long as like the last 2 movies that have been released in the franchise. But I thought it was really great, and I really like the next one as well. All right, so number 1, obviously I had to put this one in 2018. The movie's called Fallout. I love this a lot. I really like the existing cast. I really like some of the new cast members. Obviously Tom Cruise is so great in this movie, but has Henry Cavill, Superman. He plays a great character in this. I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but I thought he's really, really fantastic. Vanessa Kirby's in the movie. She's in like the new Fantastic Four film. It's going to be released this summer, but I thought I really like that, adding on to like Ving Rhames and Simon Pegg and some of the existing people in the cast. Rebecca Ferguson, obviously. I think the story is most interesting in this one. Really like that opening scene that happens in the movie. Just to spoil it, they do like a news kind of a trick, kind of a twist kind of thing. I really like. Really love that. There's so many it goes different places, and I think it's the most interesting to me. But let me know in the comments. Obviously, is this one? This one's not number one for a lot of people, but I love it the most. So. Okay, everybody. So I really appreciate you watching this video. Obviously, like I said, please leave in the comments. Let me know how you would rank these 8 movies. Obviously, your ranking doesn't have to be mine. It doesn't have to look like this. It can be completely different. Obviously, like I said, Ghost Protocol is like number 1 for a lot of people. I understand that too because I really like the villain. Like I said, I just thought he was really kind of underused. But please, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing that. Please put a thumbs up on this video, and everybody have a great one.